Sup YouTube, Funky D. It's been a while. Been through a lot in the last month and a half or so. Divorce, so that's all pretty much all said and done. I just got done today actually buying the house, so the house is in my name. Because I don't want those TTMs getting lost in the mail, so I had to buy the house. I'm kidding. But anyway, things are getting sort of to some new form of normal. But I still probably won't be around as much for a little while, just because things are settling down. But I'm making a video today. I got a lot of stuff to show, but the main reason I'm making it is that the PSA cards are finally here. Man, I had you guys send me that stuff in February, and miscommunication after miscommunication, or whatever the hell it was that happened, it's been aggravating. And however, we finally have the cards. So let me get right into what we got back. Start with Wesker Griff. He submitted 2 cards for grading. First time he's done that, as far as I can recall. Got a really nice TriStar Obach Mike Trout. Got an 8. I'm not quite sure why. This looks pretty good to me, but got an 8. Next one, however, Bowman Platinum 2010, Gem Mint 10, Mike Trout. So congrats on that, Eddie. That's a sweet card. Also had a couple of autos, both authentic, Elvin Dark and Stan Lapata. Got a new phone here, so I'm not quite used to it yet. It's a Galaxy Note 5, so it's just taking me some time to get used to the camera here. Pretty sick camera, actually. I'll show you my stuff next. I just had a couple things. George Brett for my 89 top set. This was courtesy of Top Shelf TTMs. He sent the TTM out for me. Got this back, and I was excited. I'm still excited to have it. That's one person's opinion. I'm gonna call it good, and it's gonna go in my set. I'm not chasing down another George Brett. I also got Jose Canseco. That one was authentic. And my Doug Jones record breaker card signed on the back came back authentic. That's actually one of the semi-key cards for the set, because he doesn't like to sign it, because that is not his photo on the front. So anyway, that was definitely worth the money getting that graded. If you'll remember the last time, God knows when it was, when I did a PSA submission, I had gotten some of those Impel G.I. Joe cards back. I sent a few more. I got a bunch of them from when I was a kid, and they're kind of nostalgic for me. And it's going to be kind of fun to get the set all Gem Mint 10. But I'll have to send one of these in, because it's got a 9. And then I got 2 10s. Scarlet and the Cobra Rattler. Gem Mint 10. So that's just a fun thing for me. As if I don't have enough shit to collect, I figure I'm going to collect that too. Alright, next, this is John Abrams. Submitted 3 cards, all for authentication. Clayton Kershaw, authentic auto. Matt Hasselbeck, authentic. And Richard Sherman. So congrats on all those. And last, but certainly not least, Clint Hale had his Terry Funk signed card collector. I'm not sure if these are in person or TTM, but he's got 13 cards signed by Terry Funk, all of which are authentic. I'm not going to show you all of them, but I'll show you my favorite one. I love that set. There he is, looking really young, no facial hair. Signed really nicely, and these are all really cool, man. They all have different inscriptions on them. There he is, more like what he looks like today. So congrats on these, Clint, and thanks for bearing with me on these, guys. I know this was painfully slow process, but it did pay off for all of you, and I'm glad that you guys got all your stuff back authentic. One last thing, if anybody's missing cards, there was 2 more cards that I paid for today that I don't think are ours. But if anybody's missing anything, there's 2 cards. Just send me a message with the player and the service that you had done on it, whether it was grading or signature authentication, and we'll, I'll get it to you. But since this took so long and since it was such a nightmare, I'm going to cover the return shipping, and I'm probably going to throw some extra stuff in there for you guys. And I'm going to hope to get it in the mail tomorrow. That shouldn't be a problem. Money's a little tight, I got to tell you. This, divorce is not cheap. So it might happen where I have to wait till I get paid again on Tuesday before I can ship all this stuff out. But no later than Tuesday will everything be in the mail, and on Tuesday I'll send you guys delivery confirmation numbers. All right, so that's that. That saga is almost over. Thank God. Just a couple of updates. Rick Lukasiak, I still have your cards. You sent me to me a long time ago asking for a PSA submission. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it again. I'm hoping to do it pretty soon. I have one card I want to send. You know, and I'm not going to open it up to everybody just because of how horrible this last one was. But if you've been dealing with me for a long time, like Eddie and, you know, Denny, guys like you, or, you know, any of you guys that, you know, it's gone well, and you don't mind all these bumps in the road that we face. I'll find out when the next submission date is, and I'll let you know. And if you want to submit cards, you can send them to me. But I'm not making it a big production like I've tried to do in the past. It's just, it's a lot of time and a lot of aggravation, and I really can't deal with it. And I want to thank you guys for being as patient as you were. You know, you've sort of made me feel like it's worth my time. So I do appreciate that. Okay, so that was for Rick, and also for Brian. Brian Kenny, I still have your cards that you bought from Mickey Russo. I'm looking to ship these to you. Just let me know whenever you're ready. Send me the money, and I'll drop them right in the mail. So then after that, there's just a few pickups. When I went to the LCS today, I bought 3 packs of Topps Heritage high numbers. And out of the first pack, actually, I pulled Vincent Velasquez, which is nice for me. That's sort of a PC card. And Chris Bryant. So I was pretty psyched for that. Almost paid for the packs in that card, so that was pretty cool. And then I also bought a grab bag, and I got a kind of a lousy one. I mean, it did have 2 autos. Kevin Kuzmanov and John Axford from Topps Tribute World Baseball Classic. I mean, that's an expensive pack, so not bad for $10. You get these 2 plus a pack, which had nothing in it. He said he's doing football ones pretty soon. They're going to have all kinds of cool stuff like National Treasures cards in it, so I might try my luck on some of those. All right, then there's a few TTMs here, actually. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6 wow, that's a lot for me. 6 TTMs. Sergei Bobrovsky for my set, the Prism set that I'm working on. This one's from Canada, so this has to be for the set as well. Yep, James Reimer, personalized, and the personalization is kind of rubbing off, so I might actually do the alcohol swab trick on that. But otherwise, the auto is really nice. Oh, this is pretty cool, actually. John Tavares. It's my 3rd TTM success from him. Probably the last time I'll need to send to him. So that's pretty awesome. Shout out to Denny. This here, okay. This is my old envelope. I had handwritten on the front here, and it says, "Please do not bend." I haven't done that since the beginning. That's like really early stuff. And I think he might have combined 2 different things that I sent him, but it's 2 of 2 from Dale Murphy, so that was pretty sweet. I do in fact need that for the set still, so I was really happy to see those come back. Kind of a sort of along the lines of the stuff I've been getting recently. I've been into voice actors. I've got, you remember that, I think it was the last video I posted. I posted a bunch of stuff with voice actors. And this time it's the guy who did the voice of the Beachhead character from the G.I. Joe cartoons. He signed that, and I sent him a 4x6 photo as well. And he signed that too. Yes, he answered my... I didn't ask questions. Oh, he just signed my letter that I sent him, so that was cool. And speaking of voice actors, I got one more TTM success. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ashley Birch. She's sort of well known in like geek culture, you know. She's really involved with video games. She has her own YouTube channel, which is hilarious. If you're not aware of it, go look up Hey Ash, What You Playing? Like, her name's Ashley, so Hey Ash, What You Playing? And it's really funny. I mean, they're well-produced videos, and they're hilarious. I mean, I laugh out loud pretty much every time. But she's also a voice actress, and she's done characters in video games, including Cassie Cage from Mortal Kombat 10. So I sent this 8x10 photo, which she signed very nicely, wrote a little note on there. So that was pretty cool. I was happy to see that. I thought it came out really nice. I don't really have that many more TTMs out there, just a couple maybe. Kind of you know, like I said before, I've been pretty busy with other things, but I plan to get back on that at some point. And last but not least, I got a package in from Ryan. Nice autograph there. I love you. I love you too, man. Dominus Infinitus. I had sent him 3 cards. This one we didn't submit because the fee was going to be too high. This is George Springer. I was able to meet him in person when he played for the Valley Cats, and he signed this jersey card for me. But I'm going to send it in through my LCS for authentication. I think the deal he can give through PSA is actually cheaper, so I'm going to try that. And I submitted 2 cards for grading. There's this National Treasures jersey card of Alex Ovechkin. Got 9s across the board, but it was pretty sweet. And the ironic thing is, Denny sent me this along with the cards he sent for this submission, which he didn't even end up submitting. But it's funny that I'm showing this graded in the same video that I'm showing the other cards graded that his should have been. And it's just kind of really ironic. But anyway, thanks, Denny. Thank you, Ryan, for that. And this one came out with a better grade. It's got a gold label. Derek Jeter, it's from the 2009, I believe, Upper Deck Gouty. It's like the mini version. I really like this card. Of all the Derek Jeter cards I have, this is one of my favorites just because it has that really old school look to it. I'm a big fan of vintage baseball, and I just really like the look of this card, and I'm glad it graded well. Would you know, it would have been nice to have, you know, 10s, but you know, it's slabbed and it looks cool, and I'm happy with it. So that's what's up. So that's what's up. Got, you know, basically, essentially like a bachelor pad when my daughter's not living here. Although it's really more of a freaking nerd cave. You know, it's all video games and baseball cards. So I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for me, you know, if you look at it that way. But anyway, it's good to, you know, put up a video. Hope you guys enjoy it. And comment, you know, let me know how you're doing. PM me. You can email me, funkydiabetic1@hotmail.com. I'm going to try to stay around and relevant in the community, but it's been a little difficult lately. But anyway, talk to you soon. Take it easy.